Welcome and good afternoon to Ninox for the Travel Agent. I'm your host, Eric from Majestic Triton Travel, and today I'm going to show you how using Ninox and building your own database can help you keep accurate, fun, and reliable records for your home-based travel agent. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, so this is our main screen. Everything can be you can get to everything from this screen as well as the left side panel allows you to jump around to some of the different menu screens, but both the left side panel and this main screen have the same options to get to the different menus. All right, so since we have to, where it says enter company name in settings, we might as well start right with the settings screen. Alright, but actually I'm going to show you one thing first. This button here that says company website, if we click that, nothing's happening right now. Okay, we'll get back to that, but you notice right now nothing is happening. So let's go into settings, and we're going to enter in our information. So I'm just going to fill in with some not actual company stuff. So we'll call it ABC Travel. And we'll call the agent name Big Bird. And we'll go for the phone number. We'll go Florida zip code, but then we'll go 8675309, just like the song. And I'm just going to put none@none.com for the email address. Okay? So then, if you had a logo, you could have a logo. We'll just take a quick picture. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll just use that. And we'll go medium, I guess. And by the way, this is being done on the iPad, okay? The intro is when you make a quote, this should auto-generate into the quote. So we're going to say, thank you for choosing ABC Travel for all your travel needs. And you could put in as much or as little as you want there. Okay, the next option is where it says website. Now, when you're putting in the website, you need to put in the full address of the website, including the http://. So it would be something like this. We'll go http://www.youtube.com, for example. Okay? Footer message. This is what will appear at the bottom of your reports, your quotes, and all your reports. So we're going to go like this. Star prices and availability are subject to change until booked. Okay, so now that's our settings screen. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our main menu. Okay, now let's try that company website button again. And you notice, because we put the YouTube address in the company settings, when we click company website, it loaded the YouTube. It will load whatever website you put into the settings. And to get back to Ninox, you can just come up to the top left corner and hit Ninox. And that will bring us right back to Ninox. Our next feature we're going to cover is let's go ahead and do our call center. Actually, before we do our call center, let's take a quick look at our client list. So if we were to click on client list, we have no clients right now. All right. Now, when you're in any of these table views that don't have all the buttons for the menus, that's when you're going to use the left side of the screen. So in this case, we're going to go and hit main, and that will bring us back to this main page. Now, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and add a client. But I'm going to show you another way we could also add a client. So I'm going to just delete this one. Every deletion screen will give you a confirmation to make sure you want to delete it. So we deleted that one. So let's go now into the call center. Alright. So this is our call center menu. So if we wanted to check any previous calls, we could. Right now we don't have any entered. As you can see, there are currently no calls entered. And that's on any of these because we haven't taken a call yet. So we're going to go ahead and add a call. And any field in red is a required field. You must enter information in those fields or the system will not let you proceed. So we're going to go ahead and pick a date, which we'll use today's date. If you want to enter a time of the call, you can. I'm going to just put whatever time it is now. We're going to go ahead and put in first name. We're going to say John. And for the last name, we'll say Doe. Okay. And now to show you this, I'm actually not going to put in the phone number, right? And I'm going to go ahead and hit close, or you can hit main menu, but we'll hit close. It's going to pop up. A required field is missing. Please check all fields in red. Same thing if you hit the main menu. It will not let you proceed unless all fields in red are filled out. So we're going to go ahead and put a mobile phone. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 9. Alright. If they happen to leave their, give you their email, you can enter their email, and then you could write a brief message of what the call was about. This was about a Disney Cruise Line vacation. And if they gave you more details, you could enter those there. Okay. If they want you to call back, or you need to call back, you can hit request callback. That's going to bring up some more fields. When you call them back, you can enter the date you called them and the time you called them and who you spoke with and any more notes. Okay. If they happen not to answer when you called at this time, you could hit no answer. And then you could say you left a message. And then you could also put in a follow-up. So we're going to go ahead and put up a follow-up. We'll go for tomorrow, January 31st. And we'll put any time. Alright. Now, if we hit close, it comes back here. So now if we go into all call entries, we will see this call. Now it is highlighted in red because it was we had to call them back and they did not answer. All right. So and we can jump back to the call center menu here. But the reason I did the to schedule a callback is because if you go into calendar, it automatically puts in the calendar for tomorrow. Follow up with John Doe. So it puts it in your calendar for you automatically. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back into this John Doe. Now, let me go back to that for a second. On any of these table views, if you're on the iPad doing this, whether you have a trackpad attached or a mouse as I do, Most everything works with the mouse or trackpad except for table views. In order to get into an entry on table view, you must use your finger on the screen or an Apple Pencil on the screen to go into the record. Once you're in the record, everything else can be done by the mouse or trackpad. Alright, so look, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put in another fake email, home, and we'll say none@none.com. Alright. Now you notice this button up here at the top left of this form, it says add as client. So if we click add as client, it's going to jump us to that other form that we were in a little while ago, adding a new client, with some of the fields already populated from the call we just had. You notice the name, the last name, first name, the phone number, and the emails are all populated from the other form automatically for you. That's just to save you a couple of steps of having to try to enter things more than once. Alright, so, and we'll put in preferred method of contact. We'll say text and email. Alright, you could enter their address if you wanted to. Alright, once you're done entering their basic information, you're going to just go ahead and hit close. It's going to now turn it to green because that is a completed call. So we're going to go ahead back to main menu. Now, if we wanted to, I'm going to show you this one more time. Add new client brings us up to that same form, but none of the forms are populated because we're entering them manually. We now could go into our client list and look. In our client list, we now have a John Doe. So let's go ahead and go into John Doe. Again, because this is a table view, we actually have to tap the screen. So we're in our table view. Let's say we had a travel inquiry form from John Doe. We're going to go ahead and create record here. And it's going to ask them several questions. In this case, where did you hear about us? We'll say online ad. Okay. And then we're going to run through these series of questions. Where would you like to travel? We'll go say Eastern Caribbean. How many? Number of traveling. Now, the number of traveling is the total number of travelers, including children. So we'll say 5. All right. Then it's going to ask, are you traveling with children under 17 at time of travel? So in this case, I'm going to say yes. And we're going to say they're traveling with 3 children. And we're going to list their ages. 11, 7, and 3. Okay, what are your travel dates? Now, this is not a date field. This is a text field because not everybody knows exactly their travel dates. So we're going to go ahead and put around Christmas time of 2024. Whatever they tell you, that you can enter that there. Okay, if they don't know when they want to travel, but they want to take a cruise, a 7-night cruise, you could go here and enter that here. 7. Now this is just a number field, so you can only enter the number of nights. So you can't say like 7-night cruise. It's just 7. Okay, if they give you a budget amount, let's say they want a budget for $4,500. Go ahead and put 4,500 in. How soon can they pay a deposit? Let's say right away. Now down here we're going to go ahead and enter what they want included. So we're going to go ahead and obviously they'll need a hotel and the cruise line. If they need flight or rental car, you can add those. If they want other activities or excursions, you can add those. Let's say they want excursion because it's a cruise. They only need one hotel room. And they probably need like a family suite because it is a family of 5. Okay. If they have a preferred departing airport, you can put that. We'll just use JFK. Preferred airline to use, let's say American Airlines. If they have an airport they prefer not to use, say LaGuardia, you could put that. Is this trip for a special occasion? We'll say Little Jane's birthday. Okay. You ask them if they want, if they're gonna want the travel insurance. If they say no, you could at least keep a record that they told you no. Obviously, you will have other records of indicating this. If there's anything else you need to know, in order to put a quote together for them, we can go in this last field here. Alright? So, before I go ahead and do this button, we're going to go ahead and just hit close so we can see that. Now this is now marked in yellow because it is an active inquiry. Alright? And the system will keep the list of all your inquiries. So let's go ahead and go back into this. Again, this is technically not a table view, so we can click with the mouse. Alright, so we got pretty much all our information that we can get from the travel inquiry. So we've done our research. We've got some things ready. So we're going to go ahead and switch this to a quote. So we're going to go up here and hit switch to quote. We are now in the quoting menu. Alright. Now, for some reason, the way the system is designed as of right now, you do have to pick the client again. That's why there is another client field here in red. It's just a selection box, but it's just the way it is right this minute. And that's only so that the records can be associated with each other. So we're going to go ahead and click on clients. And we're going to click on John Doe. It's going to put all kinds of information in there. You don't even need to know or read what it is. It's basically just all his client information. You notice it put our intro from our settings screen right in here for us. Alright. It also put our company name, our agent name, our phone number, and our email address. It also put our company logo up for the quote. It automatically put today's date for the quote. It also automatically put that there were 5 people traveling, that they're traveling with kids, with 3 kids, and the kids' ages, and also what their budget was. So that's all filled out for you automatically on your quote. Alright, so we said they needed hotel, a cruise, and on this screen, activity and excursions is just all under activity. So we'll just go like that. Alright, so, and as you toggle these on, I'm going to show you with the hotel. Right now we have the hotel section. If we toggle off the hotel section goes away. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and enter a hotel name. We'll say Holiday Inn, I guess. Alright, and now we're going to go for the check-in date. So, we want them to go, let's say, mid-October. So we'll go, let's say October 13th through the 19th we'll use. So we're going to go October 13th. All right. Now you notice it also automatically populated the departure checkout date for the hotel for the same date to make it easier to get to the calendar. So we'll go ahead and go, well, for the hotel, we're only going to have to go one day for the hotel. If you know the check-in and check-out times, you can enter them. They're not required, but you can enter them. And we're going to put in type of room. Hopefully, we can book them a family suite. Okay? So now we're going to go down here to include it in the package. All right? We're going to go ahead and add an item, and we're going to go one night family stay at Holiday Inn. Okay. Now, if you're giving them one price for everything, you don't have to break it down. You can break it down if you want. That's why each one has the price and commission option, but you don't have to break each line down. So we're not going to break this one down right now. We're just going to hit close. You notice that's now in the included package. So now we're going to go with the cruise line. So we're going to go back to October. And we're going to say the cruise is leaving on the 14th. It's going to return on the 19th. So that they're not going to need a hotel afterwards. More than likely, your clients will need a hotel before and after. We'll go cruise line. We'll go Carnival Cruise. Okay. And we'll go Eastern Caribbean. Or whatever the cruise's trip is titled. We're going to put that it's going to sail out of Miami. If you know the ship name, you can put in the ship name. We're just going to type in ABC ship. Okay. Cabin type. This is, you enter what type of cabin they have. We're going to say extended balcony. All right. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to create another record. We're going to go Eastern Caribbean Cruise. And we'll say that this is 34, we'll say it's 3,500. And our commission on this is going to be $280. We'll just say. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close. And then you notice it's got the total price here. It automatically broke it down price per person based on the five people that it's got registered. So we'll say the deposit of say 300 is due on January 1st. The balance of 3,200 is due, we'll say, June 15th. So now they want an activity. Let's say they wanted an activity. All right. So we're going to go ahead and create an activity excursion. We're going to pick a date for their activity. So we're going to go to October. And we'll say on the 23rd at, say, 8 a.m. They get to spend the day on Castaway Key. we'll say buffet brunch. This is just fictitious, but okay. So it's going to end on the same day. They got to be back to the ship, say, by 5 p.m. Okay, and let's say the price for this is, for all of them, is $650. And you get $100 commission for that. We're going to go ahead and close that. Okay. Now see that the total price went up, because it will calculate both what you put in the included package, as well as if any activities or excursions cost money, it will automatically include both of them. It also includes your total commission at the top of this form. So now down here where it says images, you can add up to 4 images on a quote. So you could go ahead and take another photo. We'll just take another photo. Use photo. Will you say original size? Once you put in one photo, the next field will pop up, but only up to 4. If there's any special instructions, you can enter them here on the quote. Alright. Then we're going to go back to the top. And you see this gray box here that says quote. Now we have 2 options. We can generate quote, which just generates the quote and puts a PDF file in that quote box. Alright. And then we could go ahead and either edit the PDF, delete it, rename it, store on iCloud, open it, whatever we need to do with it. Or we could go ahead and hit print. It's going to generate the quote again, but then it's going to take us into our PDF that we designed. So you see we got our hotel information, our cruise, our pricing, what's included, the activities, excursions, and if we added any pictures. From here on the iPad, we can go up to the share screen, and we could go ahead and email it to our client, or we can print it out. So we can email, you can message it. So you have a lot more options on the iPad. When we're done, we just hit done, and we go right back to our Ninox. So we're going to go ahead and hit close. Now we have a completed travel inquiry. We know that it's complete because it's now in green. But we have a yellow quote because we have an active quote. We just set this. Another option you need to do is once you send your quote to your client, you want to come into this quote status and change it to send to client. So now if we close it, now we're blue because this way we know we sent that quote to the client. We're in blue, the client has it. Say the client decides he's going to accept this quote. We're going to go back into the quote, and this time we're going to go ahead and hit accepted. Watch what happens when we hit accepted. Oh, nothing apparently. Alright, I thought I had that set up, but alright. Now the quote is green. We're going to go ahead and generate the booking. We're going to click into new record for the booking. Date booked. Traveler, we're going to go with John Doe. So the last name is Doe. First name John. Eastern Caribbean trip. Carnival Cruise Line. And departure date, Now I'm going to include everything all together, the hotel and the cruise. So we're going to go October 13th. And they're going to be coming back on the 19th. This is where you would enter your booking or reservation number. So we'll go P45767, or whatever your reservation is. Your travel protection. Did they get the travel protection? Hopefully they did. Is this international traveling? If they're going to the Caribbeans, then yes, it is. So we're going to hit yes. That's very important. Okay, this is where you would enter your commission manually for now. I am working to coincide the quotes with the booking system. So I think it said 380. Okay. Credit card authorization form. This is just another image field. So you scan the credit card information form they send you, and you could load it into this image field. Same thing with the voucher or itinerary. You could add it. This is just another image field. You can add it. Once you do your commission tracking form, you could add that there. You could add John Doe's ID or passport in the front of the credit card if you need to keep a copy of that. Down here we have some friendly reminders you can use. And if you do the reminders, you can just go ahead and click yes, you did those. As you get running through all of them. So in this case, we're going to change this to booked. Okay, we obviously have not gotten our commission because we're just booking it now. Now we're going to go ahead and do our travelers. Now we already got our primary travelers automatically from the first page. And that's why we have a spot for his ID or passport. But the other travelers, we could go ahead and go to travelers, and we can enter their names. So Joe, and we'll go Jane. Date of birth if they're if needed. So we're going to go ahead and go, let's see, we'll just go back a couple years. And we'll pick any date. So say February 2022. I should change that to under 17. The traveler is under 17. Age at time, it will then bring up a field, age at time of travel. So we'll say 12. We're just using fake numbers right now anyway. Again, a place for their passport or ID because this is international travel. If this traveler has any special needs. We're going to go ahead and hit, we could either hit close or we could go ahead and hit the plus sign to add the next traveler. And we're going to go, we'll add one more. We're not going to add them all, but we'll add one more. Joe, and we'll say Frank. And travelers under, we'll say there'll be 8. Alright, so, and now we have those 2 travelers plus John Doe. Then we're going to go ahead and hit close. Now we are in yellow because this is a booked trip. But they haven't actually gone yet. Now, once they go on their trip, you would come back. You could go ahead and then switch it to complete. And we'll close it. Now it's in blue because they completed their trip, but we haven't gotten our commission yet. That's why it's color-coded to blue. Now, once you get your commission, you're going to go ahead and hit yes. I'm not sure why I kind of have commission, whether you got your commission twice or not. Then we're going to hit close. Now it's green because we got our commission. But I'm going to go back in here for a second because I want to take them and turn these off for a second. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit close. And we're going to go back to the main menu. You notice on our main menu it says total outstanding commission $380 because that's the commission for this cruise we just did, and we told the system we haven't gotten it yet. So if we go ahead into our report menu and we go over to our commissions, we could hit outstanding commissions, and it will list all the bookings we have with no matter who they're with what the bookings we have, and the commission amount, and then the total outstanding commissions. Same thing, which I'll show you in a minute when we do the paid commissions. Lifetime commissions will be a total list of the outstanding and the paid commissions. So let's go ahead and go back to the main. We're going to go back to our client. We'll select John Doe by tapping the screen. We're going to go into our book trip and mark that the commission is done. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the main menu. Now it says our outstanding commission is 0 because we have no commissions out that we haven't been paid yet. And if we go ahead and go into reporting menu, we go to outstanding commissions, nothing comes up because, like I said, we've already been paid. If we go to all paid commission, it will list that trip that we got paid. And same thing with lifetime commissions, it will list it. Now these are table fields you can move across if you need to. On the iPad it doesn't take up as much room. So you may have to move on the screen a little bit. So that's basically all your tripping information. Vendors. You could go ahead and add which vendors you use and keep track of the vendor, your username, and your password, and their website. Certifications again, you could enter your certifications. And when it says file, that's just another image file. So if we hit there, we could give it a title and then click on the image and we would load our image for our certificate. Same thing with forms. If we had any forms, we could enter, like the credit card authorization form you could put in here. You just give it a title and then add the image. Go back to the main. So if you want to keep track of your mock bookings, we have a menu system for that as well. We have all your marked booking posts, any posts that you may have pending, any published posts, any posts that you made that might have been declined, or any posts you made that might have been removed or flagged. Right now, it's not going to come up with any because we haven't entered any. Facebook groups. We can list all the groups that we are a part of. Right now, again, it doesn't have any because we haven't entered any. If we wanted to enter a new Facebook group, we could go ahead and enter the Facebook group. Let's just say free travel for now. Alright, so now if we list it, it's going to show free travel and active because that group is active. If we wanted to post a new mock booking post, we'd go ahead and click it, give it a date. You can use the time if you want. Here, this is where it's you're gonna have a drop-down box. It's gonna take these names from that other location of the Facebook groups. So you must, if it's a new group you're posting to, I'll show you again when we get over there. Published, give it a description of what you posted. And we'll just say all-inclusive cruise. All right, but so where this Facebook group posted to, it's a drop-down box. You need to make sure that that group is entered in this group section. Otherwise, it will not show up in that drop-down box. They're linked with each other. So now if we go back, we can go call up our mock bookings. Main menu again. Then I think we covered the report system, didn't we? Yep. Oh no, actually, we covered some of them. You could also have, if any of you could call up reports for any of your bookings, any of your quotes, your training, your watch recorded trainings, your live the trainings. If you had to enter any in, you can put them in. And you add you add trainings right here on the main home screen. Enter new live training. Enter new recorded training. The last section is our downline menu. If you happen to have or plan on starting your own downline. So we have list of download agents. Add a new prospect. Once they're added, their download prospect. If they decided not to sign up, we have a section for no sign up. And list all lifetime means list all the prospects, whether they've signed up, didn't sign up, or whatever. Also, you can search by them. Right now, we don't have any, so if we click it, it's going to come up with nothing because we don't have any. So we're going to go back to our download. Same thing. If we list our download agents, it's going to come up with this, that there are currently no people in your downline. So we're going to go ahead and add a prospect real quick. Again, anything in red is required. So we're going to go ahead and put in a name. We'll say Jane Doe signed up. Now once we tab over from the last name, it automatically switches to an active prospect. Enter as much information as you can. If they're willing to attend the Zoom meeting, if the Zoom meeting scheduled, you can enter all that information here. We're going to go ahead and hit close. Now if we go back and go into downline prospects, we have Jane Doe that shows up because she's an active prospect. So if we go ahead and click on her, let's say she decided to sign up. We could go ahead and hit yes, and watch what happens when we hit yes. It automatically takes us to another screen and fills out as much of the information that we had filled out from the other screen. Alright. Also lets you check off when they complete step 1 for Road to Success or step 2 Road to Success. Go ahead and hit close for now. It brings us all the way back out, but so let's go back into the main menu. Alright, now let's go downline prospects. It doesn't show anything. I wonder why that is. It's because Jane Doe is no longer a prospect. She's part of your downline. So if we go back down to our downline menu, she is no longer a prospect. So she will not show up on that screen. She will show up if you list all lifetime. Oh, apparently not. Okay, I take that back. She will not be listed because she is not a prospect. She's part of your downline. Whoops, downline menu. So let's go ahead and list our list of downline agents. There she is, because she's part of our downline. And we can call up her record. So let's go ahead and go back to the main menu. So that's basically the Ninox travel agent database that I wrote from scratch. It's still a little bit of a work in progress. There may be further updates down the road, but for the most part, I feel it's ready to go. It's definitely very useful. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. As well as put in a comment maybe some features you would like seen added to the database if you were a travel agent. Well, that's all for today, and we'll see you next time.